Yes, I have made a mood lamp. There's different things you can do, but you need to download the Arduino 1.6.11 program and a whole lot of other stuff. So, first you need to build it.
How do you build it?
First you need to read the introduction. But first you need to look at the part list and make sure you have all your parts.
Did you have all your parts?
Yes.
Okay, everything you needed came with the kit.
Yeah, plus extra. So, first you need to do the hardware, which is the main part of it.
How do you do the hardware?
So, first you need to, if I can show you in the book. So here's the parts list. This is the introduction. The first is building the hardware and then programming it. Here's the hardware. So you need to look at the book and read the instructions. So it's very complicated. But there's one thing. I only had 2 sizes of these.
But did it work?
It worked in the end. So, you have to go all through the instructions. And then, now what? Then the disclaimer. Now it's programming it. That's very tricky. So, you need to go onto the program. And you need to write all of this stuff, starting from here, all of it.
All of it?
All the red.
Not the black.
No.
What does the black do?
The black tells you about the red. And so you have to write all the red up to here. You need to write these brackets. So, and then
Did it work for you the first time?
No. In fact, it will tell you if there's a error, and it'll highlight it in pink, reddy pink, and then it'll tell you the problem. So I fixed all of them, and it actually tells you there are common errors in the book. So if you have errors, read it. So
what kind of errors were common for you?
Well, errors really were errors.
Uppercase and lowercase are important, and spaces whether you need them and no spaces where you don't need them.
Yes. So if you maybe had a star, you have to put a space before it and after it.
Important information. Thank you.
For the equal sign, you'll have to do that quite often. So you'll have to put a space before it and after it as well. So if you have any errors, read this. I will read it to you. Note, if your project is not working, you can skip this section. Programming errors. If a line is highlighted red, like below, there is an error on that line. Fix the errors first and try again.
And it gives you a little hint at the bottom of the screen of what might be wrong. Isn't that right?
It tells you what's wrong. In fact, you can see here.
Now, once you had it all put together and you fixed all your errors,
yes,
what happens?
Well, first you need to plug the USB cable into this socket, and then to your computer. You need a computer or a laptop. And then first, in fact, I'll show you where I thought the sensor was and where it actually is. These 2 little flat battery looking things, well, that's what I thought was the sensor. all of us thought of that. In fact, we have something that there's one of these, and that's the sensor. But actually, it's a very small piece that the sensor is. I'll have to take the paper lantern off. If I slant this little piece here, that is the sensor. So if you put your finger on it, in fact, this needs it needs to be dark to light up. In fact, I can put this on and show you what it looks like.
So this is the first project from the subscription kit, is it?
See? Yes. You can get a subscription for it. See? It changes colors.
Fabulous.
There's 3 different color LED lights. There is green, blue, and red. So
Oh.
they go in this order: red, green, and then blue. So even it has red LEDs loads of times on your blue LED and green LED. But there's a certain mode it goes in, certain order it has to go in. Red LED, in fact, it has here int red LED equals space 11.
Okay, so when you have it working, is that the only thing this these instructions do for the
And
first
then
month?
it goes green LED and then blue LED. So, and also, in fact, there is at the back, there is a sneak peek. Here is a sneak peek of next month's project. Can you guess what it does?
Right. Well, I see something called exercises there.
Yes.
What's that?
Well, there's 4 things you can do with it. There's 4 different exercises. I've only figured out 2 of them at least. Almost 3. So, the first one is, let's start by changing the overall brightness of the mood lamp. Let's find the variable that controls this and change its value. Hint, the max value is 255.
Okay, so let's see how the light.
And then you put your answer here.
Right, can we see how bright the lights are now?
Yeah.
Okay, can you change them and make them brighter?
So I forgot where it is. So the max value, right? So if you go all the way up to the top, all the way to the top, it's tricky finding what you actually need. So I forgot completely. This is the one I've done. This is the first one I did. So
it takes you a little while, so you won't have the whole thing done in an hour, will you?
no, it takes a few days. It's taken me, how many days? Almost a week, about a week.
But you haven't done them quite every day, and it gives you a challenge, does it? Or is it very easy or very
No,
difficult?
It's a mix of everything.
So from beginners to a little bit more experienced, everybody would have a little something for them.
So, in fact, you might find this quite often. Bracket X space star space bracket common math variable bracket another
Okay.
sign, I don't know what it is. Okay. And the other exercise?
Okay, can you
Which
can you
I've
make
done.
it can you make it brighter?
I forgot how to, so I'm not sure. Let me have a look. Oh, yes, so first, I tried it on one laptop. It didn't work because there's something blocking it. So I got an adult to help, and my father knew what it was, found out what it was. So I tried on the other laptop, and it worked perfectly. So in the book, it will tell you, in fact, you will have to go into Tools, and you'll have to go to Port, and press COM5, all uppercase. And you have to go into Board Arduino something or other, and go and press it, its name, the same thing on it, but without the board part. And then you'll have to go to Sketch and press Upload or Control U. Or if you go up the top, there's a check mark, which is verified, and then there's an arrow pointing to your right, which is upload, and then there's a piece of paper, which means no. Then there's an arrow pointing up, is open, and then there's one pointing down, which is save. So that's as much as I can tell you.
So what have you figured out how to make it brighter and dimmer? And what was the other exercise you've done?
Brighter and dimmer, let me see. I tried to find, and I found out, I think, how to make the lamp change colors faster. I think I found that out. There's hint. There are 3 ways to do this.
Okay. Shall we take a break and then we'll come back and you can show us how to do it?